The Dream of the Tower. In the mystical land of Eldoria, where the winds whispered secrets and the stars twinkled like diamonds, lived a young boy named Leo. He wasn't like other children in the village. Leo had the unique gift of magical building. Anything he imagined, he could create with a wave of his hand: a treehouse that swayed in the breeze, a flying boat that soared across the skies, and even tiny sparkling creatures made of stardust. But Leo had a dream, a big one. He wanted to build a tower so tall that it would touch the clouds, so radiant that it would shine brighter than the moon. He called it the Dreamstone Tower. Leo's eyes sparkled with excitement as he began to gather magical materials for his creation: enchanted stones that hummed with power, beams that glowed like the dawn, and blocks that shimmered like the night sky. But Leo had never built anything this grand before, and as he started stacking the stones, a deep voice echoed from the sky: "Are you sure you're ready for such a challenge, young one?" Startled, Leo looked around. The voice came from the wind, but there was no one in sight. He smiled and whispered, "I'm ready." Leo's excitement bubbled as he placed the first stone in the ground, but as soon as it touched the earth, the winds began to howl. The beams of light wavered, and the blocks crumbled. His tower, though beautiful, began to lean dangerously, as if the sky itself was rejecting his creation. What happened? Leo cried, standing back and watching his dream unravel. From the shadows, an old woman appeared. She had silver hair and glowing eyes, her voice soft like the breeze. "You seek to touch the heavens, but you must first learn to listen to them." The woman, named Orla, was the guardian of the sky. She had watched over the winds and stars for centuries. "The Dreamstone Tower is a creation of great power, young builder. You cannot force it to grow. You must learn the way of the winds, the patience of the stars, and the wisdom of the earth." Leo felt a surge of doubt, but Orla placed a hand on his shoulder. "Every dream needs a strong foundation. Come with me. I will teach you." Orla guided Leo to the Forest of Forgotten Dreams, a magical place where ancient dreams and lost hopes grew like trees. One tree nearly uprooted itself in anger when Leo tried to cut too much too fast, and the spirits would only guide him if he promised to wait for the right moment. One evening, as Leo sat under the stars with Orla, he asked, "How will I ever build something so tall when I don't even know where to start?" Orla smiled. "True strength comes from knowing when to build and when to wait." Just as Leo began to feel the magic of the forest, a sudden storm hit the land. The wind howled, lightning flashed, and the very earth trembled beneath Leo's feet. His tower, still unfinished, began to sway dangerously. Leo ran to the tower, trying to hold it steady, but the wind tore through it. "No," he shouted, feeling helpless as the tower began to crumble once again. But then he remembered Orla's words: "True strength comes from knowing when to wait." Instead of fighting the storm, Leo closed his eyes and listened. He let the wind guide him, feeling how the beams needed to bend and the stones needed to shift. The storm was wild, but it was not his enemy, it was part of the tower's design. With a deep breath, Leo let go of his fear. The winds calmed, the lightning faded, and Leo's tower stood tall, stronger than before. It had taken time, patience, and a deep understanding of the world around him. After the storm passed, Leo returned to the village, exhausted but determined. He had learned the lessons of the forest and the winds, but he knew there was one final piece missing: the Dreamstone itself. He journeyed to the heart of Eldoria, to the Cave of Dreams, where the last piece of magic awaited. The cave was dark and silent, except for the soft glow of the Dreamstone, a crystal that pulsed with the light of every wish ever made. Leo approached it, feeling its power. But just as his hand touched the stone, a great voice boomed through the cave: "You have come far, young builder. But the Dreamstone will only answer if you can answer this: what is the true foundation of any dream?" Leo thought long and hard. The stone hummed, waiting for his answer. With a smile, Leo spoke: "The foundation of any dream is hope, patience, and the courage to start again when things fall apart." The Dreamstone glowed brighter than ever, and with it, Leo's tower finally completed itself, reaching up to the clouds and sparkling like a star in the sky. When Leo returned to the village, the people marveled at his creation. The Dreamstone Tower was a living wonder, its beams bending with the winds, its stones glowing with the magic of the stars. But it wasn't just a tower, it was a symbol of the journey Leo had taken. As he stood at the base of the tower, Orla appeared beside him. "You have built more than a tower, Leo," she said. "You have built a bridge between the dreams of the earth and the stars in the sky." The tower became a place of wonder for all who visited, a reminder that even the grandest dreams take time, patience, and the courage to keep going, no matter how many times they fall. Moral of the story: dreams may seem impossible at first, but with patience, perseverance, and a willingness to learn from setbacks, anything is possible. Like Leo, we can all build something beautiful if we trust in the process and believe in the magic of our own dreams.